Hello students, welcome back. Students, in previous lecture we discussed what is Bohr's model and how Bohr's model explains stability of atom and line spectrum of hydrogen and hydrogen-like ions. But students, Bohr's model has many drawbacks or many limitations. So today students, we are going to discuss drawbacks of Bohr's model. So today's topic is drawbacks of Bohr's model. Now, students, first drawback of Bohr's model is that Bohr's model could not explain spectrum or line spectrum of multi-electron systems. So students, बोहर्स मॉडल ने हर वो आयन जिसमें एक इलेक्ट्रॉन था या फिर हाइड्रोजन एटम जिसमें एक इलेक्ट्रॉन था उसका लाइन स्पेक्ट्रम एक्सप्लेन कर दिया था, बट बोहर्स मॉडल फेल्ड टू एक्सप्लेन line spectra of heavier atoms. That means atoms which have more than one electron. Second drawback of Bohr's model was that Bohr's model could not explain finer details of hydrogen spectrum. Now students, here what do you mean by finer details? So finer details का students यहाँ पर मतलब ये है that Bohr's model में जो brief explanation था for line spectra वो तो explain कर दिया था, but it was seen that there are many closed spaced lines in hydrogen spectrum. उनको doublet कहा गया था, and ये doublet क्यों बने Bohr's model ये explain नहीं कर पाया था. So we say that Bohr's model could not explain finer details or fine spectrum of hydrogen atom. Then students, Bohr's model failed to explain or could not explain. So Bohr's model failed to explain splitting of spectral lines in electric field. So Bohr's model could not explain splitting of spectral lines in electric field. Students, this phenomena of splitting of spectral lines in electric field is called Stark effect. So we say that Bohr's model failed to explain Stark effect. Then students, another limitation of Bohr's model was that it could not explain splitting of spectral lines in magnetic field also. Now this phenomena is called Zeeman effect. So we say that Bohr's model could not explain Zeeman effect. Then students, the another drawback, in fact सबसे बड़ा drawback यही था Bohr's model का, that Bohr's model could not explain duality of matter. So matter particles, they also have wave character. This was not explained by Bohr's model. Then students, Bohr's model could not explain uncertainty principle. Now, so these two concepts, that is duality of matter and uncertainty principle, students, these two are the two main developments which led to the wave mechanical model or quantum mechanical model of atom. So students, these are the drawbacks of Bohr's model. अब इतने सारे drawbacks हैं या इतने सारे questions को भी हमें answer करना है. So students, to answer all these questions or all these limitations, wave mechanical model was proposed, but students, wave mechanical model पढ़ने से पहले हमें उन developments को पढ़ना पड़ेगा which led to the wave mechanical or quantum mechanical model. So students, हमारा जो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है इट इज वेव मैकेनिकल मॉडल, बट उससे पहले डेवलपमेंट्स को पढ़ेंगे हम. सो स्टूडेंट्स, वी आर नाउ गोइंग टू स्टडी डेवलपमेंट्स leading to what? Quantum mechanical model. Quantum mechanical model. Now, there are two developments. One is duality of matter. And the second development is uncertainty principle. So students, let's first study about duality of matter. So this is very important topic for both board exams as well as competitive exams. Now students, a French scientist de Broglie in 1924 suggested that, like radiations, matter has dual character. That is, matter has particle as well as wave character. Students, this means that जिस तरह से photon के पास क्या है, photon has momentum and wavelength, उसी तरह स्टूडेंट्स माइक्रोस्कोपिक पार्टिकल्स और जनरली वी से मैटर पार्टिकल्स, दे ऑल्सो हैव वेव कैरेक्टर. पार्टिकल्स तो मैं बोल ही रहा हूं. सो दैट मीन्स जिस तरह से फोटोन के पास वेवलेंथ और मोमेंटम है, मैटर ऑल्सो हैज वेवलेंथ एंड मोमेंटम. स्टूडेंट्स, इन ऑर्डर टू प्रूव दिस और इन ऑर्डर टू रिलेट पार्टिकल एंड वेव कैरेक्टर ऑफ मैटर, de Broglie gave a mathematical equation. That mathematical equation is lambda, that means wavelength associated with matter particle, is equal to h, that is Planck's constant, divided by m into v. So this is very important equation and we call it de Broglie equation. De Broglie equation. So students, this was a very important relationship that relates or that gives a relationship between wave character of a particle and what? We say that this relationship shows that material particles, when they are in motion, they have what? Wave character. Now students, this idea of duality of matter was later on confirmed by Davison and Germer. So Davison और जर्मन ने ये जो डेविसन एंड जर्मर, दे कंफर्म्ड दिस आइडिया. डेविसन एंड जर्मर ने किया क्या था स्टूडेंट्स? डेविसन एंड जर्मर दे स्टडीड डिफ्रैक्शन पैटर्न ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन बीम. इलेक्ट्रॉन बीम का डिफ्रैक्शन पैटर्न जब उन्होंने स्टडी किया, दे फाउंड दैट द डिफ्रैक्शन पैटर्न ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन बीम इज सिमिलर टू दैट ऑफ एक्स-रेज. अब स्टूडेंट्स, एक्स-रेज आर इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स, और क्योंकि एक्स-रेज का डिफ्रैक्शन पैटर्न इलेक्ट्रॉन बीम के डिफ्रैक्शन पैटर्न से रिजेंबल कर रहा था, इट मींस इलेक्ट्रॉन मस्ट आल्सो बी अ वेव. सो इससे ये कंफर्म हो गया था दैट इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, दैट इज मैटर पार्टिकल्स, आल्सो हैव वेव कैरेक्टर. सो नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, we'll discuss how this result was derived. So now we are going to study derivation of de Broglie equation. So how this equation was derived? Derivation of de Broglie equation. Now students, assuming that photon has wave character, according to Planck's quantum theory, the energy associated with photon, which is a discrete energy packet, E is equal to h nu, or we write E is equal to hc upon lambda. So this is the energy as per Planck's quantum theory. But then students, assuming that photon has particle nature also, energy associated with photon according to Einstein's mass energy equivalence, is equal to mc square. So if we assume that photon is a wave, then it has energy hc upon lambda, and if we assume that photon is a particle, then its energy as per Einstein's equation is mc square. So now students, equating these two, when we equate these two, we get hc upon lambda is equal to mc square. From this, students, we say, what is lambda? Lambda is equal to hc upon mc square. Now c and one of the c's, they cancel out, so we get h upon mc. So students, this is the wavelength associated with a photon. Now students, de Broglie said or suggested that if a matter particle of mass m is moving with velocity v, the same equation can be applied to them also. That means for a material particle of mass m moving with velocity say v, he said that similar equation can be applied. So he gave equation lambda is equal to h, mass of the particle m, and he took velocity of particle as small v, and thus this equation was derived. So this is our de Broglie equation. So that lambda therefore is called de Broglie wavelength. So students, इस तरह से आपका ये derivation हुआ था de Broglie wavelength के लिए. Now students, from this it is quite clear that your energy, lambda, not energy, lambda is h upon m into v. Now students, product of mass and velocity is linear momentum or simply momentum, and we denote it by p. So this equation, de Broglie equation, can also be written as what? Lambda is equal to h upon momentum. Now since h is a constant, this equation gives a relationship that wavelength is inversely proportional to momentum. So this is also very important. Wavelength and momentum associated with material particle are inversely proportional, and from this students we can say that wavelength associated with particle 1 divided by wavelength associated with particle 2 will be in the ratio what? P2 upon P1. So this result is very, very important students for your numericals. Now students, Davison and Germer also suggested that the de Broglie wavelength of a microscopic particle can be related to what? Kinetic energy. So next topic is relationship between de Broglie wavelength, that is lambda, and kinetic energy. Now this is another important topic. Students, we know that kinetic energy, say if it is represented as E, is half mv square. Now students, this can be written as half, मैं राइट हैंड साइड पे m से मल्टीप्लाई करता हूं और m से डिवाइड भी कर देता हूं. सो वी गेट दिस. राइट हैंड साइड पे m से मल्टीप्लाई किया, m से डिवाइड कर दिया. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, this is 1 upon 2m and product of mass and velocity is momentum. So since mass का भी square है, velocity का भी square है, we write it as p square, because students P is m into V. So this means m square V square is what? P square. So from this, students, P square would be what? 2m into kinetic energy. And this further implies that P is equal to what? This is under root 2m into kinetic energy. Now students, de Broglie wavelength lambda is equal to h upon P. So this can be written as lambda is equal to h upon under root. P is what? 2me. So this is relationship between kinetic energy and the wavelength associated with a matter particle. Now, if material particle, students, if material particle is electrically charged and is accelerated by potential V, so if material particle has charge Q and it is accelerated by a potential V, then students, the kinetic energy of that microscopic particle will be what? Charge into potential, that is Q into V. So we write E is equal to Q into V. So using this in de Broglie equation, we get lambda is equal to h upon 2m, and what is kinetic energy? It is Q into V under root. Student, this V is for potential, not velocity, so this is capital V. So students, this is a very very important result. बहुत से कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में इसके ऊपर बेस्ड न्यूमेरिकल्स आ जाते हैं. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, this result can be simplified for various electrically charged microscopic particles. For example, students, for electron, when this result was simplified, the wavelength associated with electron was found to be 12.27 upon under root V angstrom. Students, for proton, which is much heavier than electron, अब जब मास प्रोटॉन का ज्यादा होगा तो उसका जो वेवलेंथ है स्टूडेंट्स वो relatively कम आएगा, and we get this value approximately, this value comes out to be 0.286 upon under root V angstrom. V is potential. V is potential. Now students, whereas for alpha particle, which is much heavier than proton also, alpha particle is helium nucleus carrying +2 charge. So in that case, the wavelength associated was found to be 0.101 upon under root V. So students, these results can be directly applied. Say electron से related question है, potential difference पता है, angstrom में wavelength इतना आएगा. For proton, it will be 0.286 divided by under root of potential. For alpha particle, which is much heavier, it is 0.101 upon the under root of potential. So students, use these results to find out wavelength of microscopic particles directly. Now students, this de Broglie concept, students, एक बात मैं बता दूं, Bohr's model did not take into consideration duality of matter, but when we consider that matter particle has wave character, we can explain Bohr's model also. So now student, we are going to derive, so derivation of Bohr's postulate. Now this is very important. Bohr's postulate of quantization of angular momentum, of quantization of angular momentum from de Broglie concept. Now students, अब जो de Broglie का idea था उसमें ये था that if this is nucleus and electrons revolve around nucleus in orbit, but he said that the motion of electron is like wave. because material particles are associated with wave character, so they move in this fashion. So if से बार बार अगर वो बार बार वही पाथ ट्रेस करता है स्टूडेंट्स, वी कॉल इट इन फेज मोशन. दिस इज इन फेज मोशन बिकॉज इलेक्ट्रॉन एक ही फेज में रहेंगे. और वी कॉल इट कंस्ट्रक्टिव इंटरफेरेंस बिकॉज जब वो इन फेज होगा तभी इंटरफेरेंस कंस्ट्रक्टिव होगा. सो दिस इज कंस्ट्रक्टिव इंटरफेरेंस. एंड स्टूडेंट्स, यूजिंग सम बेसिक फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ optics, it was suggested that for in-phase motion or for constructive interference, the circumference of the orbit means electron कितना distance travel कर रहा है पूरे एक revolution में, this will be equal to circumference, that is 2 pi r. R is the radius of orbit. Is always what? अगर से यहां से लेके यहां तक wavelength है तो this is always what? 1 2 3. so that means an integral multiple of wavelength. n is an integer, 1 2 3 4 कुछ भी हो सकता है. और we write students 2 pi r is equal to n, and lambda according to de Broglie concept is what? h upon m v. So students, from this we can write mvr is equal to nh upon 2 pi. Or what is mvr? This is angular momentum. So students, we now conclude that angular momentum is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. So students, this is very very important that we can explain Bohr's model also on the basis of duality of matter. Now students, there is one last topic of today's lecture, which is how to find number of waves in a Bohr's orbit. Now see students, number of waves in Bohr's orbit. अब किसी भी given Bohr's orbit में number of waves कितने होंगे students? This is very very important question. Number of waves is always equal to what? The circumference of the orbit divided by what? Wavelength. Now circumference is 2 pi r upon wavelength. Now students, 2 pi r, and what is wavelength? It is h upon mv, or we write it as 2 pi mv ऊपर गया तो mvr एक साथ upon h. And according to Bohr's model, students, mvr is what? It is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. So we have 2 pi upon h, and mvr is also what? Integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. So 2 pi cancel out, h and h cancel out. So number of waves is equal to n. N means the principal quantum number. N is equal to principal quantum number. That means students, अगर कोई मुझसे पूछता है how many waves are made by electron in Bohr's fifth orbit, so Bohr's के fifth orbit में, Bohr's model के fifth orbit में number of waves कितने होंगे? Now you can directly write in fifth orbit principal quantum number is what? Fifth orbit के लिए 5, so number of waves will be 5. So question आता है how many waves are made by electron in Bohr's third orbit? It will be 3. In Bohr's fourth orbit, it will be 4. So students, this is how we find number of waves in any orbit of Bohr's atomic model. So students, that is all for today. Thank you.